Okay, today we are going to visit one of the last village of India. It's called Chitkul. It's very old village. As you can see, all the houses are over 100 years old. All of these houses are built using very eco-friendly material, using the wood, stone and clay. I'm very lucky to visit this place again. Last time I used to visit this place very frequently, only 4-5 times a year in 2010. After that, only today I get chance to visit this place after 9 or 10 years. Hasn't changed so much, except the outskirts of the village has changed a lot. There are many buildings coming up. Right now we are just walking through the village. You can see the village people, all the people in this place, the Maori people, and most of them they rely on agriculture, animal, and other sort of farming. As you can see, the behind there is a small those cottages. Those are the storage. They used to store the ration in those cottages, which are made of pine wood. And since it's very dry here, so the grains can last very long. Right now we're walking through the you can call the main street of the village, this Chitkul village. You can see that there are plenty of not really say plenty, but few of the new houses came up since I visited the last time. You can see the color of the wood, you can tell it's a new house or old house. That one you can see on the right is a concrete one, and there's the post box here. Wedding. You can see the shamiana on the right, and in the left you still can see the old house. This is the old traditional way of building the house, which called katkuni. It's an anti-earthquake because all the wood and the stone, they are interlocked. They barely use the nails. And you can see one another the concrete building coming up there, because nowadays they do not have many choices. But it's not like last time. The forests are very big, and the people were there was nobody stopped them to bring the woods. And you can see one goat there. I think they're going to sacrifice this goat. Since we want to film them, but looks like they are not very happy. I think too much interference by the tourist in their life, which I think not really good. Okay, leave them alone, let them do their rituals what they're going to do. And since we're walking little further, there's a temple over there. You can see the tree and the main entrance of the temple, and since there are some there's a ceremony going on there, so and they did not allow us to go in, so we respect their privacy. So we decide to turn back from here, and you can see the mighty Himalayas there, all snow-capped mountain. This is the month of June, and you still can see the snow on the mountain, and beautiful lush green pine trees over there. And now we're walking down to the main street, and there's something like a small bazaar there. As I told you, this is the last village. After here you drive maybe 15 to 20 kilometer. After that there's only army there, and the local people go there for farming. And after that side, other side of the mountain, that side China already. You can say Tibet. You can see these beautiful houses over there, the trees. And today we didn't see many people in the village, but because most of the people are in the wedding there. You see there's a very clean fresh water flowing down from the mountain in between the village to all the way to the Baspa river down there. This one is again another. People may mistaken it like a temple, but it's not a temple. As I told you earlier, it's a storage. They do use to store the ration in those tiny sheds or cottages. As I told you, the village have advanced a lot since I've been last time. You can see lots of those dish antennas over there. Almost every house got televisions now. And you can see the piles of woods. The people in the summertime, they go and collect all the firewoods, because in the winter very heavy snow here, and they almost cut off from the other part of the world. So they have to, before the winter start, they have to collect all the woods, haze and ration to survive in the winter. This one is another, the storage. And the far behind, this one is a temple here, the local deity temple here. I don't remember the name. It's something Chitkul goddess or something like that. I really cannot recall the name now. If you know the name, you can write down in the comment box. Okay, so this one is another, the storage there. Now they do have electricity here, but during the winter, due to heavy snowfall, sometimes the lamp, the poles or the wires break down, so they do rely on the traditional way, using the candle or the kerosene lamp. That's the temple over there, which is also few hundred years old. It's my friend Vikas. See, you can see the village in between. You see all those houses, and you see this house. You can feel the difference. It looks like a white crow among the black crow, or black crow among the white crow. Yeah, almost each house they got this storage house outside of their house in very near proximity, so that in the winter during the snow they do not have much problem to access the place. You can see the piles of woods there, which is very essential for them in the winter. Here the Kaka was making some comments, but due to some glitch malfunction, we could not manage to record the audio anyway. But he was something telling about the village, their life, how their lifestyle changes over the 1 or 2 decades. But they still leading a very healthy life because their farm is quite far from the village, so every day all the men, they go to the farm in the morning and come back in the evening, where the old people, they stay back at home. The young children are going to school. You see they are going to school, and they're wearing very nice uniforms. I think most of them, they are studying in private those English medium schools, because I talked to some few of them. They can speak good English. So this is the some narrow street of the village. As I told you, all the old people, they stay back at home, take care of the very young children, infant, and the younger means the 25, they all went to work in the nearby towns, or they are in job. Yes, this is another small temple of the deity. You can see the beautiful wooden carving there. It's all hand done. There are no machine used to building all this. And you can see another those stories here, which one is most of the time locked. Last time they do not use the locks, but nowadays the scenario has been changed. People are not that much innocent as last time. You can see the field there. They preparing to prepare. I think they already send seeds, because they grow potatoes, the green peas here. So we are walking down. So as far in my opinion, from my last memories, it hasn't changed much, except maybe 5 or 10 new houses came in the village. You can see one in the corner, there's a new modern house over there. But beside that, in the background, you see most of the houses are old houses. The good thing about those old houses are they are made of stone, wood and clay. So the way they are built in that time, the clay, the stone, ice works like insulin. So in the summertime it's remain cooler, and in the winter time it's remain warm. But you see the new concrete house is very hot in the summer and very cold in the winter. They're using the concrete one. But as I told you earlier, now not easy to build all these traditional house, as it's not easy to get the woods, and it's very time consuming as well, and very expensive though. But the good thing is that the inside the village, the people still stick with their culture, their tradition, and they still try to preserve it. But once you go slightly out of the village, slightly out, I mean the just outside of the village, outside other road, due to the very large flow of the tourist, the many people have leased their lands to the other people. They have built big concrete hotels there. You can see far there, they have many hotels here, because the flow of tourists is very high here during the school holidays, and the October, when this is a Durga Puja time, the Bengali tourists all flock to this place. This is very peaceful place, but very crowded now, because the roads are very narrow. It's not built for that such a large and big traffic flow. But the tourism have developed a lot here, but in what cost, that will be the future will tell. In coming time, the balance is not there. The balance which are supposed to be there is completely not there. People do come here, enjoy the scenery, enjoy their staying here, enjoy the cool weather. What they are terribly dirtying the place. I seen there's a heap of plastic bottles, plastic bags. They bring all the rubbish and dump all the rubbish here. So all these kind of things